This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hey guys, Eber here with Hardware Canucks, and the ROG series from ASUS has been dedicated to providing only the best experience towards the gaming community. Their gaming notebooks in particular are some of the best on the market, so there's a lot on the line for the ROG peripherals made to complement your gaming environment. Now they've grabbed everyone's attention with the addition of a new gaming mouse that brings a totally new way of customization that we haven't seen before. So this is the ROG Gladius from ASUS, priced at $80. This mouse is placed in the higher tier category that can be a little risky given the abundance of excellent and less expensive offerings on the market. The Gladius comes with an outstanding build quality, and the top surface is made out of premium plastic material for comfortable use. The designers have ensured the best ergonomics on this mouse, which means that the Gladius is a perfect fit for all grip types. At 116 grams, the Gladius does feel heavy but sports a well-balanced weight system. There's no customizable weights to suit the user's need, but I wouldn't complain as it suited my style quite well. The rubber grips on both the left and the right side of the mouse ensured a perfect grip. The curvature on the right side of the mouse provided enough support for both my ring and pinky fingers, and the slight curve on the left side of my thumb suits palm type grip extremely well. ASUS has designed the Gladius with mobility in mind. You get two cables, one braided 2-meter cable and the other shorter plain rubber 1-meter cable. It is removable, that allows you to leave one at your desk and take the other with you for your laptop, for example. Both of them have a proper logo at the USB tip to help differentiate between other cables. Attaching it is pretty straightforward by just plugging it in, but the mouse also comes along with a lock that essentially prevents the cable from getting unplugged. The mouse also comes with a carrying pouch, which is a good addition, and overall I really liked the flexibility of having to use one mouse at different working or gaming environments. The Gladius is equipped with the 6400 dpi optical sensor, and it's so important for ASUS to choose the optical route, as many gamers are not even starting to consider mice that are not optical. I had no issues with tracking as it was perfect, just like my Avior 7000. I enjoyed my usual 1600 to 1800 dpi setting, which gave me the best tracking experience with precise aim in-game and satisfying accuracy for editing as well. Tracking on white surfaces was really inaccurate, so we recommend using a dark mouse mat. While there is an option in the driver software for glass surface, we also encountered inaccurate sensor tracking with jittery movement regardless of liftoff distance adjustments in the software itself. There are 6 programmable buttons on the Gladius. The Omron switches on the left and right primary buttons are not heavy with pleasing tactile response. The scroll wheel is definitely one of the best on the market, as the scroll steps are so defined and accurate, and pressing it didn't require a lot of force with good bounce back. Nice. The DPI shift button behind the scroll wheel is easy to reach, and it enables instant switching between 2 sensitivity levels, and the 2 side buttons on the left side were nicely placed for quick use by your thumb. They did provide excellent tactile feedback, nothing to complain about. ASUS also included an extra pair of Omron switches, allowing users to swap them for different click resistance. This is the next level of customization we haven't seen before on a consumer mice. To replace the switches, you first have to peel off the 4 Teflon feet at the bottom. This means effectively destroying the Teflon feet, as there isn't much adhesive left for reapplication. While ASUS supplies an extra set of Teflon feet for this purpose, you are limited to that one replacement procedure. Once removed, the 4 screws are exposed that holds the top cover of the frame. Once that's removed, you can take a moment to admire the engineering that went into crafting this gaming product. And replacing the switch is not so difficult. All you have to do is pull on one of the Omron switches gently, it'll pop out and you can insert the replacement. The replacement switches provide lighter actuation, so if you prefer a really fast switch, this is possible with the Gladius. Also, you can experiment with mixing switches, for example, a slightly heavier right click while a lighter left click. Here's a test on how all of the buttons sound. I also wanted to mention that there's no way to visually differentiate between the default versus the additional Omron switches, but look for serial numbers to help you determine the correct pairs. Moving on to the lighting of the mouse, the Gladius comes with 2 LED zones, the logo at the back and the scroll wheel. It is subtle but really nothing special. Unfortunately, you cannot customize the color given the red-only ROG color scheme, but you can play around with some lighting effects like breathing or steady state. The software just looks gorgeous with the user greeted with 4 different tabs and the option to add profiles on your PC. The Buttons tab essentially displays a physical overview of the mouse with 8 different button mappings. The Performance tab helps you change the 2 different sensitivity options, plus adjustment to acceleration and deceleration, and angle snapping that we would recommend you leave untouched, and finally the option to change the polling rate, which is appreciated. The Lighting tab essentially allows you to change the logo lighting effects and turn off the illumination on the rest of the zones. The Calibration tool helps you to either manually calibrate the surface or choose the different preset surfaces that are preloaded on the software. It's always important to do such a thing for your mouse mat or surface. Finally, the Macro Manager is built in that's easy to use, and thanks to the built-in memory, all the settings are saved on the mouse. And so it's conclusion time. The Gladius is well built, ergonomically a smart design should suit many gamers, the optical sensor is excellent and I didn't have any issues with tracking, the option to change the DPI setting on the fly, and the inclusion of dual cables for mobility is a nice add-on, plus interchangeable Omron switches are a huge bonus that allows extra resistance control per switch, and finally the excellent driver software rounds it up nicely. The few negatives we can mention in this price bracket is the lack of customizable weight system, which may or may not be an issue depending on your preference. While an extra set of Teflon feet is included, the process of replacing the Omron switches effectively makes one set of feet useless, and a more user-friendly process of deconstruction wouldn't hurt. Unfortunately, tracking on glass surfaces may be inconsistent despite having a glass preset inside the driver software. But at the end of the day, the Gladius does not disappoint, and we would recommend this to anyone looking to experiment with different Omron switches, and we are giving it the Hardware Canucks Damn Good Award. And so let us know, what do you think about the ROG Gladius considering the price point and the features that come with it, especially the interchangeable switches. Is that something that would appeal to you? Let us know in the comments below. As always, consider subscribing for more similar content, give us a like if you found this review helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.